Hey guys, it's time for the question of the week. Today's question comes from one of my YouTube subscribers, and I love this question. I'm really excited about it because I really think it's going to demonstrate and show you how the reverse mirroring with twin flames actually works. So the question is, how can your twin flame be your reverse mirror if they blocked you and you have no contact with them whatsoever? This is a good question. Like I said, not only because it will help me hopefully illustrate and demonstrate what is actually going on with the energy here, but also it makes common sense to ask this because if you're not interacting with your twin flame, you might think, how are they even helping you to advance along your journey? So I'm going to address that as well. So yeah, so the twin flame, if the twin flame, okay, I'll do this. So a mirror, that wouldn't be a reverse mirror, right? Would be when someone mirrors you, they're going to be doing what you're doing. So for example, if you are focusing on the twin flame and the twin flame was mirroring you back, your twin flame would focus back on you, right? They'd mirror what you're doing. In the reverse mirror, your twin flame is mirroring what you're doing, but in the opposite way. So if you're focusing on your twin flame is focusing on anywhere but on you. They're not mirroring it back to you. They're reverse mirroring it. They're focusing out away from you. And that is due to the underlying push-pull energy. So for example, you know, if you're focusing on your twin flame and concerned with what they're doing, saying, thinking, feeling, and by the way, even though this is an awesome question, this question is focusing on the twin flame blocking them. As long as you're doing that, your push energy is out, it's there, it's pushing out, focusing on the twin flame. Therefore, the twin flame, due to the pull energy, and this is the reverse mirror effect, they need to be focusing on, they will be focusing on anything but you. They cannot focus on you because of the energy pushing out from you causes theirs to pull away from you. And by focus, I mean, you know, it can be, you know, looking at them, watching what they're doing, or being concerned with what they're doing, saying, thinking, feeling. It could be thinking about them. It could be, you know, daydreaming about them, dreaming about them, fantasizing about them, talking about them, or your journey. So any of those things is focusing on the twin flame. And so when you're doing any of that, or even trying to analyze, you know, this journey, you know, if you analyze it too much, that is kind of focusing on the twin flame, because if you are trying to do this journey, quote unquote, well, or the right way, then, you know, that is your fear-based energy, trying to get it right. Why does it want to get it right, though? You have to think about this. Well, always, its intention and motivation is to be with the twin flame. But remember, if we're doing this with that intention and motivation, if we're allowing that to be the reason we're doing this, then that's our fear-based energy pushing out onto the twin flame, or being with the twin flame, or getting the twin flame. It's still focus, an overall focus on the twin flame. And whenever that happens, of course, your twin flame is going to reverse mirror back to you, meaning they are going to be focused on anything and anywhere but you. And so, of course, that means they could be, you know, looking at other things, talking about other things, where people, you know, just physically not being there, and also, of course, blocking you in any way, shape, and form that they can. And so that is how the reverse mirror works. Now, to contrast that, say when you're focused on yourself, you're just focused on your fear-based energy and seeing, hey, gee, I'm thinking, you know, what if my twin flame's blocking me? How is this all going to work? Well, right there, you know that's your fear-based energy focusing on your twin flame blocking you and worrying about making this journey work. For what reason? To be the twin flame. So, you know, you just want to be focusing on your energy doing that, and just be like, you know, hey, I know that's you. I know that's my energy, and I'm not going to focus on that. And then when you're focusing on yourself and like enough to balance your fear-based energy, then guess what? The reverse mirror goes into effect again. So when you're focused on yourself and not on your twin flame and what the twin flame is doing, saying, thinking, feeling, then the twin flame will reverse mirror that back to you and be focused back on you. Remember, where your focus goes, the twin flames focus goes. So if your focus goes outside of you, your twin flames focus is going to be outside of you, not on you. If your focus is on you, your twin flames focus is going to be on you. And that's where we probably want it. But that's not why we're doing this, right? Because we don't want to have a focus on it. So yeah, so that's the answer to that question. And I hope that kind of explains the way the energy works and the whole reverse mirror concept. Again, you don't have to label it or worry about it being called the reverse mirror or try to figure it all out. That is your fear-based energy trying to figure it out. Your fear-based energy trying to get it right. There is no right or wrong. There really isn't. You can't fail at this. You know, it's just all about really essentially feeling good and feeling amazing and no longer being obsessed and having these obsessive fear-based thoughts and no longer being in pain, right? And so this leads me, though, we can take this a little bit further. It's kind of like taking the question further, but I think this is also a good opportunity to explain this. So, you know, say your twin flame is blocking you or they're not interacting with you, you haven't heard from them in a long time, and you know, you're trying to balance your fear-based energy and you're wondering, well, if my twin flame's not coming around or I'm not interacting with my twin flame or I don't even know what they're doing, then how is that going to help me balance, right? Because that's the twin flame's role, remember, is to help you balance. We'll see more of yourself and then you balance it, right? So to teach you and show you yourself. And the part of yourself they're showing you is your fear-based energy. So it's your fear-based energy's reaction. And as we all know, I'm sure, you can have a fear-based energy reaction without your twin flame being anywhere near there, right? Just from your own thoughts of your twin flame. I mean, you're going to have a reaction about it, right? So your twin flame does not have to be there in order for your fear-based energy to have a reaction and then for you to balance. Your twin flame, the only reason your twin flame is brought in by your soul, because your soul's orchestrating everything, when they do come in, it is only to help you balance more. Despite what they're saying they're coming in for, if they want to run off and get married with you or love you or whatever, all that. That's why you don't focus on what they're saying, because in that moment they might mean that, but then, you know, as soon as your focus goes back onto what they're saying, guess what? They're gone. Reverse mirror again, right? So we don't worry about what they're saying. We don't worry about what they're doing, saying, thinking, feeling. They have no idea why they're coming back in. Your soul is bringing them in to help you balance more, because every time they come in until you're fully balanced regarding them, your fear-based energy is going to react in some way. And that's perfect, because that's how you balance more. That's how, when they say your twin flame shows you parts of yourself, that's the part of yourself they're showing you. They show you your fear-based energy, and that you in these areas where you didn't even know it existed. Because the fear-based energy is a part of you. It's not something we need to hate on. It's not something that, you know, we need to get angry at or try to like just ignore or stifle or whatever. We want to identify it. We want to see it. We want to know that it's there because it's a part of us. And this whole journey is about loving ourselves. And you can't love something without knowing what it is, right? And so that's how the loving yourself comes in. That's how the twin flame teaching you and showing parts of yourself to you comes in. That is why the twin flame is brought in, is to help you balance more. So that was just taking that a little bit further. So don't stress out. Don't let your fear-based energy get the best of you. If you haven't heard from your twin flame in a while, if your twin flame is blocked, if your twin flame is nowhere in sight or whatever, that's fine. You are still progressing along your journey. You can still do this whole journey, whether or not your twin flame comes in or not. Of course, they're going to come in. I mean, provided they're still physically incarnated, because, you know, that's just the nature of how it works. But, you know, you don't need them to come in. So any thought that you do is your fear-based energy, and you want to be like, hey, yo, that's you. I'm not buying that. That's not even real. That's not true. I'm good. I can do this myself without my twin flame coming in. But you don't even want to say that, because it's still focusing on your twin flame. So you just be like, I'm good. I'm just feeling good. I'm not even worried about it. I am progressing along my journey, because guess what? The only way to go on this journey is forward. You can veer off a little sideways off track, but you're still always moving forward. You can never go backwards. You can never fuck it up. You can never fail. You can never mess it up. There's no right or wrong. There's no good or bad here. You know, it just is, and it's all perfect, and you're exactly where you're meant to be in every moment. So I hope that answers the question. Thank you so much for the question. Guys, keep submitting questions. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos here. I plan to be doing in the next few weeks. So definitely give me some more questions. I'll be getting them a lot faster and and getting to them, spitting them out here more frequently in the next few weeks. And also, I wanted to quick remind you guys, if you hadn't had your free one-on-one coaching call, this is what I call a clarity consultation. Guys, it is a coaching call. You are getting free coaching here, one-on-one, by someone who knows exactly what's going on, what you're experiencing, and you're going to learn exactly what's going on in your unique situation without, someone, you're gossiping about it and feeding your fear-based energy. The coaches are trained by me personally to ensure that you are, in a good space, that they hold a good space for you. So you can share anything you want, total confidence, one-on-one, people who know exactly what they're talking about, what you're talking about, and what you're experiencing. And we'll explain that to you, to your unique situation. And they will tell you exactly what to do, that you need to do to feel better, to get over the pain, to overcome the obsessive thoughts. And then you have a coaching session where you can just, you receive along the way your guide map, your roadmap to help you along your journey from where you are now to where you want to be, and how to get everything you desire along the way. And then, of course, and this is really the best part, in my opinion, but then, of course, if we feel like we can help you go along that guide map, and you can do it yourself. You don't need to have anyone else help you, but if we feel we can help you move along easier or faster, then they will definitely let you know that as well. But even if we don't, or you don't want to, that's cool too, but that's, we're here to help. So definitely we're going to suggest whatever we can to help you. So if you haven't ever taken advantage of this free opportunity, then definitely do that. The link is here in this video, below the video, or whatever in the description. And I really highly recommend it for everyone, because I know it's not many people get this journey. And I suggest that no one even talk about this journey with anyone else. So unless, it is a coach, your coach that knows how to hold the space so that you're not feeding your fear-based energy when you talk to them about it. And trust me, no one else out there of your friends or anyone else probably A, understands this, or B, knows how to hold a space to make sure you're not feeding your fear-based energy when you talk about it. Anyway, so it's really a great thing, a great opportunity, no strings attached. It's not a sales call or anything like that. It is a coaching call. So you definitely want to check that out. Anyway, just a reminder for that. And thanks for watching, guys. Please, again, submit your questions. I have a lot of videos that I want to do in the next few weeks. So I need questions. I need content. And if you want your question answered, this is a good time to get one in. Anyway, so thanks for watching. Have a great weekend and lots of love.